What's up, guys, and welcome to 20XX. Now, this is a good game. I'm going to be playing Ace, and let me get straight into the gameplay. Now, I do recommend you guys start in this mode, casual mode, but I'm playing normal mode for today, and I'm just going to show you a little bit about the game, and hope you guys enjoy the show. Be talking a bit about it, talking about the aspects of this game. So, normally spawn randomly into a level. It will sometimes be ice for the first time. It may be something different each time. Now, you'll be playing a lot of these levels again, but with different stuff in them. For instance, each time you play a level, it will not be the same level. And each boxes will drop different stuff. So if you're used to playing it one way, try it and try to experiment with the ways you play. Now, there are like little extra paths where it brings you a little bit more challenge, and sometimes there will be a reward at the bottom. Like this one gave me 2 extra attack, and if you normally stand there, it will basically tell you what it is. But as the game gets harder and harder, you'll eventually come to a challenge where you know you're not going to be able to get the item. So if you know you're about to die, don't try to get the item. Now, for experienced players, I do recommend this is like a Mega Man X feel game. This is something that I would only describe as a retro feel back to the old days where these games used to be a lot harder. Now, for this game, I feel the gameplay is just right. I'm playing him because I was used to playing Zero and X, and I like Zero's gameplay a little bit more. Ace kind of reminds me of the Zero from Mega Man X still. And he's got these abilities. For instance, when you charge it, you do this red slash. And as you go through, you see that QWE. Well, those will change when you get certain items. I was waiting for this penguin to go up, but here we go. Now, this is a hard area. Like, I had trouble trying to escape from one of these areas. I'm about to fall off, but I managed to barely save myself. Now, I recommend if you get, like, trapped right here, don't try to normally do this, because this is where you get stuck and you're sitting there. How am I going to get out? How am I going to get out? Well, for instance, I'm going to recommend you drop to the bottom. This is going to put you at where you last were, which sometimes is great, but as you get through the game, this will become more of a throwback, because certain areas, once you get to a hard difficulty, will become much more difficult and take much more health away. So let me fight the first boss that they stuck me with. Now, the faster you defeat a boss, the more bonus time you'll get. Now, normally you'll be able to select one of these few perks. So I select this. Now, after you complete a boss, this does not take away. You can use it as many times in this room afterward. As you see, now these abilities don't change once you fire your weapon. So these items will throw out, for instance, a couple screws. Sometimes you don't make your money, and then you pick a level you want to go into. Now, the bosses above will tell you what bosses you'll face in each level. I fought this guy. He's pretty decent. This guy's really hard for beginners. So, to give you guys a good idea, I'm going to pick this level, which should be a fire level. Now, I'm going to do this until I die, just to give you guys a good aspect on first time beginners, a little bit difference between. Now, as you go through, it will become much harder to an extent. And I have not fully 100% mastered this game. It kind of reminds me of the Naruto headband. So here we go. Yeah, another thing I forgot to mention is these rooms will become more difficult as well. Like in this room, they'll normally spawn more enemies when you get to a certain point. As I died, I'm going to give you guys one more playthrough, and I'm just going to be showing off the character I'm playing as. In my next video I'll be doing right after this, I'll show off Ace. But this is a good game overall. Now, to show you guys a little bit more about this area, you can buy an item if you get so many coins. Now normally it's little lug nuts, and I have enough to get one of these top items, but I don't have enough to get one of those bottom items. So this will drop more health from enemies, this will increase your speed, this will increase your drop for nuts. So I'm getting more speed, or actually more health, so that way I can get and survive longer. Now the final little thing over there is actually a challenge mode, where you play with skulls equipped. And these can be anywhere from like instant death, where you only have like 1 bar of health to play. Now I told you guys about spawning in these areas. This is the ice level, and not my most preferred level, but it is a nice change of scenery. Now I will recommend you guys to try to find every little perk. Some of these things will help you out a lot. Some of these things may not help you out at all. Now you see that targeting thing? That's basically where some big giant lasers plan to shoot at me if I don't get in a certain safe spot. And those blue enemies are stronger than the rest of the enemies. Now soul nuts are what you need to really move on in the game, because that allows you to get a little bit more items and stuff like that for later on dudes who will offer stuff. Now this is the spider guy you saw in the last menu. So this is Nova Force. This is a new item which I haven't seen. It does more damage. So I'm going to take this just to show it off. See how it ends up doing that. So let's show off a different boss. I'm going to take one more time to go into the Frost World. Now it's time to show off exactly the skills I've gotten, because I've been fooling around till now. Here we go. Now there's going to be a little extra item above, and this is the thing I love about Secret Roots. We got that more damage item that we saw from the last time. Here we go. Okay. Here's a dude who will offer you special things. You'll find little areas like this where it increases your max health, gives you 4 extra energy. Now normally it's not worth it when you've got low health and you visit one of these zones. So I recommend, if you're not used to this zone, don't spend money there, because you could spend it on a lot better items. Now I do have a little trouble with these portals at times because I'm not used to these portals just yet. But I'm used to playing a lot of retro games and I'm used to be really good at them. I beat Mega Man X4 in a couple hours, and X5 within maybe 2 or 3 hours. Now I have to admit, I'm not a perfect 100%, I don't take some damage type person. I used to take a little bit of damage. Like X5, the hardest thing for me was the final boss. Now this extra speed will be a big help. Expecting an item to be up here, but let's get on and face the boss. Here we go. As you saw from the last time. So here we go. Now this dude is slightly easy. The Woe dude can be easy, but these two little dogs have a little bit of trouble with. So let's show you one more location before I end up dying within the next couple zones. I haven't been practicing a lot. If I'm practicing, you'll see me go through at least a dozen levels without having to take hardly any damage. I'm at 1 health, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace out, subscribe, rate, and I'll be posting another one about this game. I do a lot better with the other character. Peace out, rate, and subscribe, people.